This clip is from a podcast that I did with Jim Daly. The link to the full podcast is in the description. Make sure to like the video, comment down below, and also subscribe to the channel. Enjoy the clip. We've touched on the 92 Club song there, and obviously they are some of your biggest hits. I've got a little quiz for you on how well you remember your famous lines. Now I'm expecting you to do quite well on this. There are some not so famous lines in there, but there are some ones that you will very easily get. Like the first one. So I'll just give you the quote and then you can finish it off. Accrington Stanley, who are they?
Exactly.
Exactly.
I can't. Do you know what? I can't actually claim credit for that line because that is borrowed from a very famous advert from the 1980s, which was an advert for the Milk Board.
Wow.
Which is literally like the company that's supposed to promote drinking milk. I guess everyone was like malnourished or something in the 80s. And that's a really famous advert if you go on YouTube of these two kids saying something like, "My mum told me if I drink my milk, I'll grow up and I can play for Accrington Stanley." And the other kid goes, Accrington, the scout says, "Accrington Stanley, who are they?" The other kid goes, "Exactly." And that's where it's from. So I can't, although it's funny because I get people send me that all the time and like tweet me it and stuff, and it's lovely that it's resonated, but like I didn't write. That's literally the only bit of the entire song that I didn't write. It's borrowed from that advert.
Mad. Fair enough. Well, there's the story of the Accrington Stanley line. Moving on to number 2 now. This is from 2015-16. So the first song, Aston Villa. Their style is kinda
vanilla.
It was.
And was it? It probably was.
Well, yeah, 15-16. Did they go down that season?
Yeah, they may have done.
I remember we drew with them 1-1. Random spurt of football knowledge for you. Somebody weird scored for them. Can't remember who.
Yeah.
I must say, I was looking at the 15-16 the other day. Loic Remy was one of the most sought-after strikers for mid-table Premier League sides. God.
Played for Palace. That's
He did. He did. He was that.
It was terrible for us. It was rubbish. Didn't do anything.
Yeah, wow. Like it was a throwback when I saw the name, I must say. Question 3. Brentford, I'm pleased to announce, back to pubs by their ground.
Oh, it's got to be. This is a non-running. It's got to be 4 pubs outside their ground.
It was. I've watched back all the songs to look at this. So yes, you can see it go from 4 to 3 because someone told you in the comments one of them had gone, and then after a couple of years it went back up to 4.
Yeah. So are they? But then they move grounds.
You know what?
So I don't know what the deal is now.
How many? I'm searching up. How many pubs do Brentford have?
The pubs must still be there, but then obviously they've moved like round the corner, haven't they, to this new ground? So
right. How many pubs?
Can you still go to the pubs?
It doesn't say. It just comes up with the stadium. Why can't someone on Google have gone, right, there's so many pubs Brentford have outside their ground? I'm not happy.
Yeah, just tell us.
Just tell us. It's the answer we all want. So yes, there we go. Back up to 4 after initially going down to 3, and it seems to go on quite a while, that one. You'll get this one easily. This is in every single one of your songs. Bristol City, Bristol Rovers. Guess what?
They still hate each other.
Yeah, they still don't like each other pretty much. Yeah. Don't think that's changing.
Got to be true. I mean, that's a running gag, isn't it, on the songs? But that's got to be true. They'll never like each other, surely.
It is, and there's just constantly that scene of them two fighting.
Which I found on YouTube, and I guess it's some like weird pitch invasion from years ago. But, they don't like each other, and fair play. Why should they?
Yeah, I mean, I back it. Number 5. Where the hell is?
Well, this one has been turned into merchandise.
It has.
If I'm wrong, then Fleetwood,
indeed.
Famously. But I get tagged in TikTok videos every day from people saying, "I found Fleetwood," or like some random Fleetwood Town videos, or edit. I get that has really resonated with people, and I apologise to anyone from Fleetwood or who supports Fleetwood because it was just supposed to be a bit of fun. But that has become. I've become synonymous with that now. That and Accrington Stanley are the 2 clubs I've become synonymous with.
I must say, thinking of it now, maybe I should do an announcement video announcing you on the pod and just, go at Jim Daly, I found Fleetwood. I should maybe do that on the Daniel Talks Football Instagram to announce you. I feel like that would be one hell of a way to announce the biggest guest onto Daniel Talks Football.
A couple of years ago, I emailed Fleetwood Town FC and said, this is really embarrassing. Hi guys, I'm a kind of a YouTuber, kind of a big deal, and do some songs and running gag about you guys. Maybe you could invite me along. We could make a video. I could come to a game or something. And no reply.
No,
nothing.
That's not surprising.
Completely blanked. Yeah, so not popular in Fleetwood, unfortunately.
No. Well, hey ho. Another person who isn't popular is Steve Bruce. And in 1920, you said Steve Bruce is watching out for what?
It's got to be cabbages.
It does. It does.
Because he got someone threw a cabbage at him.
Yep. I mean, I initially went through this and didn't put the answers with it, so I had to go through and put the answers. I just knew it was cabbages. I checked and I was like, this is going to be cabbages. It was. Yeah.
Someone threw a cabbage at him.
You're speechless.
I know. Because who takes a cabbage to a football match?
It's a great question.
You can't get in with flags or anything now. But one steward was like, well, "That's a big bulge there. What is that? It's cabbage. Yeah, right. In you go."
Do you think they've just stuffed it down their underwear and he's just pulled it out and just gone Steve Bruce out of this?
In his coat pocket or something, and thrown it at Steve Bruce. I mean, it worked because he left, and we're all still talking about it now, 5 years later. So
there we go. Steve Bruce. Cabbages. Number 7. This is from your most recent edition. Somebody is in the mod. Who's in the mod?
Oh, I don't know. That's a good.
I know. I made this one quite hard. I didn't want you to get all of them right.
I think I know. Because in my head I was like, I think it's like in the mod. So 1, 2, 3, 4 syllables. I think it's when because Scunthorpe got relegated out of the Football League, so it's Tiny Temper.
It is. Tiny Temper still getting mentions every year.
Yeah. Even though that song came out about 12 years ago.
Yep. Tiny Temper's still there. So yes, fair enough. You got the one I didn't think you were going to get. That's really annoying. You're going to get 4 marks now, I think, because you're not going to forget any of these, I don't think. So
well, I should do, in theory.
You should, yes. You have, created these songs, but, it would have been fun if you got one wrong. No offence. Number 8. Easy. Crewe Alexandra, what's
Alexandra.
Indeed. Yeah, that's.
And I've had to change that each year. I don't know if people noticed to what's an Alexandra, who's an Alexandra, where's an Alexandra, which is an Alexandra.
Where's confused me. How maybe is how next?
How when?
When's an Alexandra? Yeah. Well, so you've got 2 more left. What are you going to do after that?
I don't know exactly. I don't know. I'll have to change the line or something.
No.
A lot of the lines they've become so long running now that I sort of can't deviate from them.
You'll just have to make a joke about having no more words left to talk about Alexandra. Yeah, you never know. Maybe you say Alexandra's gone missing or something. I don't know. You'll have to think of something. We can't lose the line. This next one, you've spoken about one of them being turned into merch. So has this one. I've actually seen this one in real life. Actually, I go to college in Nottingham. So that probably gives it away, but here we go. And I've actually seen it walking down the street this much. Seriously, don't call Forest.
Not.
Indeed.
Yeah. It's very true though. They don't like it.
No. Yeah. I mean, I've never heard Notts Forest be said in Nottingham, and that doesn't surprise me because if I did, I think I would see a fight.
There'd be violence.
Yeah, but a lot of violence. Yeah. A lot of violence.
No, I think it's absolutely. I can't remember. That's just one of those things that you just pick. I'm not a Forest fan, and I'm not from Nottingham. I've only been there a few times, but it's just one of those things you pick up, isn't it? Like a football fact. You just.
Yeah, I mean, it's like saying Nottingham County.
Yeah, exactly.
That would not sound right.
It's true. Notts County.
I know it's Notts County. It's Nottingham Forest. So yes, I'll agree with that one. I did see. One thing I did want to ask you, when you went to Forest away this season, what was your experience with the trams? This is the really good content you get on Danny Talks Football. I saw you. You seemed quite excited about taking a tram. So how was your experience?
Lovely, really lovely. I mean, bear in mind that I most of my formative years in Croydon, which is home of the tram, famously. But yeah, my dad and I parked at a tram stop. And got a lovely. This is a really boring story. Got a lovely tram into the centre. It was very quick, very clean, and then we got it back again.
Oh, great!
I cannot recommend. And I actually, to a lot of my Palace mates, for like promoting the tram. Let's go to Forest. You've got to get the tram, mate. And they're like, oh my God, Jim, you are so boring. Since having kids, you've really become quite dull.
I love it. Yeah.
But it was good. Yeah, good. I recommend the tram.
Trams are great. There's the content you don't get anywhere else on
No.
YouTube, on football YouTube. Talk about trams. Crystal Palace. Roy's in charge. I love him like my...
Oh, grandpa?
Yeah, grandpa. Yeah. I was wondering, if that one might slip you up. Nope. Loved Roy Hodgson, and then he left because
it was time.
He was old. Yeah, he was a bit old, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was, and still is. He hasn't left
No,
his mortal coil yet, but and we're in a new direction with Vieira. It's all good.
We'll get onto him later. Still loved by the Palace fans though, Roy Hodgson, as was found out when he applauded the Palace fans for the Watford fans last year.
So good. And then he said the reason he couldn't go and applaud the Watford fans because they were too far away, literally about 30 yards.
And he'd applauded all the Palace fans. Oh, it's awful. You can't applaud.
He was blowing kisses. He was blowing kisses to the homestyle. Oh, the ultimate trolling.
I love it. I mean, he knew he was gone and he didn't care.
Yeah.
Newcastle. Fans still trying to punch this was in 15-16.
Horse,
yes.
I think that's one of my best lines.
Do you?
I really do. I love that line, and we used to do that in the live show, and it always got a really big laugh. And then obviously I've had to take it out because of subsequent versions of the song. But that's one of the favourite lyrics I've ever written. Not that I condone human on animal violence.
No,
but it was such a ridiculous story and photo. And that line always makes me chuckle.
Sure.
So I'm proud of that one.
I just want to emphasise that in case Kurt Zoom was listening, we do not condone this.
Correct.
Kurt,
yes.
Keep your hands or feet or anything off cats. My sister's a massive cat person. The day that came out, she was not happy.
Quite rightly. I mean,
yeah,
I thought he might get sacked from the club.
His brother didn't he? I think.
Yeah. Okay.
I think his brother did. 'Cause he used to be at Bolton, then he went somewhere else. I think he got sacked. No, West Ham went, we've spent a lot of money on this guy, we're not going to sack him.
Well,
which is
happens,
football, isn't it? And then, last but not least, what is the point of...
Crawley.
Indeed.
Poor Crawley.
And I want an answer. What's the point of Crawley?
Have you been to Crawley?
No.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. No, it's perfectly... I grew up not far from Crawley and been there many times. It's just got a very dull 1960s style town centre, which is a bit... But I just... That's one of those ones where you do a little line in a song, everyone finds it funny, and you think, oh, I've got to do this every year now. It feels like I'm just hammering Crawley.
Yeah, well, them and Fleetwood and Accrington Stanley... keep going.
I'm not very popular around the UK, am
I? You are in some places.
Just not those places.
Nottingham really likes you.
Nottingham loves me. Crawley hates me.
I don't. As I say, I'm a Leicester fan. I don't think we like you that much. We haven't had any Leicester lines. We need a Jamie Vardy line about his wife.
I will say that I did Leicester Comedy Festival last year and sold out my room. I had a lovely day. So people of Leicester, big. I'm a big fan.
Great place. Waiting for a Jamie Vardy line this year, or any Leicester line, to be honest, because he might go.
The problem is, actually, this is genuinely probably a good, slightly serious point. It's not serious; it's about a stupid parody song. But I do get lots of people each year being like, "Please say something about Lincoln. Please say something about Pompey, etc." And I do try, but because of the way the song is, and there's so many teams to get through, and the way they fall in line sometimes, it's just some teams it's really hard to do it because then I'd have to move everyone down to second line, and it would affect the whole song. And so unfortunately, some teams do just get rattled past, and I apologise.
Yeah,
but
it happens.
The way it goes.
Speaking of that, 5th of September 2020, great song as per usual this year, mate. As a Leicester fan, still waiting for a line for us. So I was one of them.
You were one of them.
I was one of them.
But Leicester are in that Leicester, Liverpool, Lincoln. You're in that
we're
line.
All together.
It's really hard to pull out a gag.
It is. No, let's be honest. We are an irrelevant Premier League club nowadays, anyway.
If I did, so this might soften the blow, but if I did, it would probably be something about James Maddison because I'm a huge James Maddison fan. I think he's brilliant. But it would probably be something about his receding hairline.
Yeah, and also let's be honest, he'll probably leave this summer anyway. So
So he might not. Yeah.
yeah, that chance might have gone. Please stay, James. I love you.
I think he's brilliant.
I think he's
a class
great.
player.
I think he's great. Gareth, wake up. Right, moving on from Gareth Southgate slander, because I could be here all night. We'd be here till Tuesday.